What up, all the people? Welcome to Hood Talk by way of Superfly Entertainment. Let's get it. Today we'll be discussing, and this is very dear and near to my heart, what I'm about to speak on today. So, I decided to speak on this subject because there are so many young men that's being, when I say young men, I don't mean young men of 20s. I mean young teenage men who are being so misguided and disguided by their parent. Not parents, their parent. In particular, their mother. And it's not a knock on no black woman, but history has shown and proven that a black woman struggled to raise a young black Afro American boy. And here's my philosophy on that. And I myself a victim of that. So before you judge me or judge this content, you have to understand everything that I'm about to say and watch the whole video from the beginning to the end. Now, you're welcome to give your opinion, whether I agree with it or not. That's on you. But this is my stance on what I believe in from my experience, and also my understanding and aware of a lot of young men that I know and that I knew. And what I mean by that is, young men can be so much great. Young teenage men can be so much greater. And when I speak on this, as I'm speaking on this, I'm including myself as well. Like I said, I was a victim of this. But my mother passed. So despite that, young teenage men are at their worst and need the best guidance from a male perspective who's on the right path in life, who may have perhaps blazed the path of positivity and still is in his life. A young man needs to look up to someone of that stature. From the tender ages of 13, 14-ish, exactly 13, 14-ish, right when puberty starts to acknowledge itself in one, literally, all the way up until maybe 1920s. Because statistically states that a young man don't start thinking rationally until literally, I don't know about a female. A young man, not a young teenager, a young adult man, don't start thinking rationally and making logical decisions at the age of really like 24, 25, 26. And some can argue at 25, 26. So that's real dangerous and detrimental to a young man's future. For him to be at the age of what? Let's say 14, and he's living with his mother. Father may be locked up or unfortunately got killed, because where I come from in the projects, Well, I'm not going to say where I come from. Where I grew up at in a project for a great portion of my life, and Constance in Melfamine, which is a neighborhood for another great portion of my life that some call Round Swagman. You know, and the reason why they call Round Swagman is because it were the giant supermarket that's no longer here with us. The great businessman, I forgot his first name. Get in that comment section and let me know what the brilliant business-minded man Swagman, what his first name was. I apologize for this. Well, anyway, he had a supermarket Annunciation for numerous amounts of years. In the neighborhood that I also reigned in was right behind the supermarket. Constance and Melfamine and Erado and Thelly, that whole area, from Magazine all the way to Annunciation. Now, that same age that I'm speaking on, this the age that I became vulnerable at. As well as a lot of more guys that I know. But I'm not going to say their name. You know? So my thing is, women, what you all will teach a young man, a young teenager, is the totally opposite of what a man would teach him. Now, we can't fault you all for trying to be a parent, a great parent, but you have to stop telling these young men, I'm your mom and your daddy. You don't have no daddy. For one reason or another, whether y'all didn't work out or not, whether he moved on via cheating or you moved on because for whatever reason, it could be a plethora of reasons why y'all decided that y'all wanted to separate. So the most important thing with that is it's going to affect the young man, because I don't care what nobody out there say. I strongly believe that the reason why us young men, young boys, is so lost out here is because, number one, this is the number one most imperative reason why, and I stand on this: fatherhood and father figure. It is statistically proven that if a young man grow up in a household with a positive father, now I'm not saying that in all cases a young man grow up in a house and have his mother and father, and his daddy may be a lawyer, and the chances of him becoming successful, whether it's a lawyer or a doctor or a sports agent, is basically 100%. No, I'm not saying that. But you got your phone in your hand. Statistically, it states that 65% of the chances that a young teenager grow up with a positive father in his life who have blazed the path of success. It's a chance that the son's gonna look at what his father's doing and he's gonna want to do the same thing or surpass his father. That's a fact. And women, I'm not what I'm saying. I'm not speaking about no specific lady. I'm speaking about all my sisters in general, because that's who I've been around the most in regards of seeing this. I know grown men, and if the shoe fit, wear it, I'm sorry, to men. I know grown men right now living with their mother. Whether it's 28 years old, whether it's 38 years old, whether it's 41 years old. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And guess what? It's sad to say, but a mother not going to throw her child out. But this what you don't know, mothers, ladies, my beautiful sisters. You damaging your child mindset. You are enabling his mindset. You are entitling his mindset. What you're doing is you're making him comfortable. Oh, you know what? Lil T, you smoke weed? Yeah, man. Well, don't go out there on that corner, baby, and smoke that weed. Smoke it in here. Smoke it in here? Why would you tell him that? Oh, I'd rather my child smoke it in here. You know, it's so dangerous, bro, and it's so bad with women to the way that I'm gonna just blatantly come out and say, if a woman can treat black women, if y'all can treat y'all men the way y'all treat y'all sons, y'all wouldn't be at the bottom of the barrel, bro. I promise you. In divorces, in finances, in relationships, black women, and I'm not making this out women. I'm just enlightening y'all, giving y'all some game on raising young men. And unfortunately, I have to say what I'm saying. I really do. And if it hurt, I'm sorry. But the truth hurts. You know? But the thing is, if you understand and accept this game that I'm giving you and apply it to your life and discipline your teenager with what I'm telling you, I promise you, your child will have a better future. You know what I'm saying? As much as it may hurt, but if you see your son not doing shit, don't let him just lay up in the house all day. Tell him he got to go. I'm sorry. Because see, that's what you don't understand. Black men, we are born. We are born with the go-getter instinct in us. And some of us don't even know that. But God blessed us with that ability to go hunt. Just like animals, just like lions, just like eagles. If God blessed the animal with the ability to go hunt, what you think he's going to do to a human being? See, some men don't even know this, though. You know? But you have some who do know it. Some it have to be brought out. Some it don't have to be brought out. You know? But a man have the ability to navigate through this world of evilness and do what he have to do for him and his family. You know, so by telling your child, baby, I'm sorry, I can't deal with this, you have to go. They're going to do two things. He only have two options. He going to lay down and say, fuck it. Fuck it. Or his other option is, he going to say, you know what, fuck that. I'm about to take over the world. Y'all saw that movie not the movie, the cartoon with Beavis and Butthead, right? What's the part you used to always see? Get in that comment section. Let me know. Let me know what he's always say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. It's time to take over the what? It's time to take over the world. How can we take over the world? So that's what normally should set in his head. Because see, 9 times out of 10, bro, when you small, you don't know nothing. And that's just the God honest truth. You be lost. And the shit school teach you, I think that whole curriculum needs to change. Because everything school teaches us, only about a good 20% of that we can apply to our daily livelihood. The rest of that is good bullshit. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Because the things they need to teach, that's the things that they don't teach us. And that's the things that we need to navigate through this world. Like, I'm gonna stir off for a minute. But today I made 49 years old. And I promise you, 49 years old. I never heard black people speak about credit in my whole life the way I have in these last 2 years. Now that's sad. The other 46 of my years, I wasn't hearing no black people, and I've been around a lot of black people. I wasn't hearing no black people talking about credit, real estate, finances, businesses, LLCs, trust funds, you know? But now I'm hearing black people talk about it, and that's a good thing. Because that only means we waking up. But we still have too many of our black young men that's lost out here. You know what I'm saying? That all they want to do is just get a Hellcat. You know? Like, for instance, a young dude, say like, if say for instance, you got a single mother. She got 2 boys. She 46, 47. Her sons, one of them 19, and the other 25. Now, they both live with her. 25 and 19. The 25-year-old, he drive a Hellcat. But he living with his mom. He drive a brand new Hellcat, 25 years old, but he living with his mom. What's wrong with that picture? I can most guarantee you, if you put a 25-year-old in a house with his daddy, and the daddy 40-something, and the 25-year-old want to drive a Hellcat and live with the dad, I can most guarantee the dad is not gonna allow that. If you can spend almost $900 a month on a Hellcat, you can have your own house. But the mama let him do that and still, on top of that, pay no bills. You can't do that. You can't do that. What you're doing is you're hurting a young man. You are hurting him. You may be helping him for the present, but you're hurting him for the future. And for the future where it matters the most. You know? So my thing is, man, again, if your child doesn't have a father figure or a role model to look up to, if you want a stable young man, respectable, lovable, integrity, good character, etc., I challenge you to, from the ages of 14, make sure your child is in some type of program. Whether it's a dude who running a football team, whether it's a nonprofit running a basketball team, whether it's a coach who running a karate team, you have to keep them active. Positivity. You have to put them around positive people from the ages of 14, perhaps all the way to 18, 19. Because if you don't, and you call yourself being his mother and his father, I can most guarantee you, if he ain't got nothing going on and he not participating in nothing, and you just got him waking up at 1, 2 o'clock in the evening while you at work, he going outside, hooking up with little Joe around the corner and little T-Bone up the street and little Black who stay downstairs. Guess what? They all four of them gonna hook up. So now you got 4 brains instead of 1. So you got 4 lost souls. What you think they gonna think? What you think they gonna come up with? None of them can't think. They all following each other. And on top of this, one of them got a gun. His big brother sells drugs. He got a gun. That's a recipe for disaster. And the crazy part about it is I'm speaking on a situation where as though my little nephew just lost his life like that. 15 years old. I never met a 15, well, I'm not going to say I never met because I have met a lot of 15-year-olds, brilliant minds, sweet, good old young men. And my little nephew fell in that category. But his birthday is tomorrow. He would have been turning 16. He got shot in his head 3 weeks ago. Guess who did it? His best friend. Guess how old his best friend was? 15 years old. Guess what his best friend did it on? Accident. So, you see what I'm saying? You got 2 15-year-olds who's feeling themselves, you know. None of them ain't looking up to no positive role models. His dad, one of them dad is down here doing everything under the sun, talking about my little nephew daddy. And his little best friend daddy, I don't even think he was in his life. Because every now and then I go on Instagram, I look at them, they look like they in a room somewhere. They got their little chains on their neck, little fake chains, smoking their weed. You know, I see where they're going. They don't see where they're going. They're heading down the wrong path. When at that age, they should have been into something positive, constructive. You know? It is sad, bro, because, you know, man, that little boy had a bright future ahead of him. You know? And it's sad now that he's gone. He's gone. And from what I'm hearing, his best friend, he losing his mind. because he accidentally did it. You know? So, like I said, man, I challenge you black women to put your son in the BJJ program. Put him in boxing. The thing is, like I said, from the ages of 14 on up to 19, you don't want him to come acquainted with a bunch of nobodies. That's what you don't want. Because I myself, and I saw a lot of dudes, you know, that didn't have a role model to look up to, who only looked up to drug dealers and robbers and killers, you know, and now that's what you doing. You go home at night, you go in your mama's house, your mama be like, oh, hey son, what you been doing today? Nothing, man. I was down there by, what's we call mama, playing on GTA 5. Oh, you was by Brenda? Oh, okay, that's good, baby. Line his ass off. And I promise you, bro, I done seen this so more than often. So many young men got killed, and that's why I don't go to funerals anymore. Well, that's one of the reasons why. I just saw so many young men that was lost, that got into everything under the sun. And unfortunately for a few of them, they met their demise. And early on in my years, I went to a lot of funerals. And I witnessed a lot of mothers. My baby ain't do that. He was a good dude. God knows my son was a great son. And I'm like, God damn, is that really such and such mama? This nigga was over here jacking everybody. You know? But see, that's the difference with a mother and a father. You know? Nigga come inside and straight tell their mama a bunch of lies. And y'all be believing it. I promise you. But a dad is not gonna believe that shit. He know better. And if something is going on, guess what? The daddy gonna tell him pack his shit and go. You have to do that. They're gonna bring out the man in him. You know? So, like I said, man, I'm not trying to bash nobody in particular. It's just that I want better for this generation of young men. Because y'all are the future. Y'all really are. Y'all are the future. Y'all are the future, man. So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this episode up. Until later, until next time. Shout out to all my Superfly Entertainment fans. I appreciate y'all from sticking by. All my day one fans. And until next time, man, make sure you like, make sure you share this video, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe. If you know anybody that's not subscribed to Superfly Entertainment, where we talk about anything and everything, tell them to subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so you can know when I upload another video. Until next time, peace. I'm out. Superfly Entertainment. Let's go.